Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our Let's Play of Krastorio 2, where we last episode just got our new Singularity Lab set up and running, with an insane research speed of 61.77. That is that is quite good. So in today's episode, I kind of want to look at the Antimatter reactor, as I just teased at the end of last episode. It should be somewhat easy to set up. No idea how it works, but let's just try and request an antimatter reactor. Firstly, to see how it works. So 1. Then maybe we should just try and see if we can design some cool setup for it. So antimatter reactor. That is a big one. The stats. It has an input. I'm guessing it has the fuel cell out. Also, if you look at the tooltip right here. Wait, was it? You know, somewhere was it on this one then? Yeah, spent result, 1 empty antimatter canister back. That means this should be a self-sufficient setup. We just need to add the matter to it. If there's one thing I know, that is that we have a lot of matter. We have 200 of them right here. And each one of those can power one of these. That means those 200, what is that going to be? Is that 60 terajoule of power? If terajoules after gigajoule. So that should mean we should quite easily be able to set it up. I don't know what the burn time is on an antimatter reactor, but I'm guessing that's one of the first things we have to figure out. So let's set this up in the correct ratio. These are the same size. That is perfect. Is it the same size as... It's bigger than this one. Is it the same size as Crusher then? It's the same size as a smelter. Same size as a smelter. So we'll only be able to do a setup like this unless we take the one that's one bit better. Yeah, we can do this one. Actually take this setup. Let's just steal this. Also remove all the pipes, all the input-output shenanigans for now, and actually I'll just remove those who have a bare minimum of what we need. And remove the crafting ones. Let's try this one for a setup that's gonna make antimatter called fuel cell. Yeah. So we just figured out that this one will output 2K in 30 seconds. This one uses 1K in 30 seconds. That means this one can supply 2 of these. Isn't that correct? Yeah, it should be correct. Should be able to supply 2 of these. So, as lucky as we are, that should mean that we can do 1, 2 with one of these at the front, right here. That should be the correct ratio. You unpack matter cubes and put that into these. And also something in the way. There's always something in the way. Maybe just put it on the side instead. Because that way we can do these at the top. Pretty much just moving things this way. And having one output for it for this. Should we add speed to it? Of course we should. We always should. And then we can do this. This will hook up at a perfect ratio. But in theory, I'm just spitballing here. What if we did, you can go away for now, right here, because pretty much the only place it needs input is right here. And oh, that's gonna, those are gonna suck a bit. Now let's let's keep it at this. I think this is fine. That gives us a bit of room. Like that. Let's keep this. And then we'll just have an input from, let's just say, the left of matter cubes. How many should we fly in? That is a good question. But we have outputs as well for these. Might do it with the inserter instead, because what we need and what we get out is not that insane. What if we just do 2 here at the top? And let's see how high this stack. To stack more than 1 will build up quite a storage of this. But I'm not completely unhappy with that. We could always limit it to always have, let's say, we only want 50. Let's say 50 for now. And this one is below 50, you'll work. After that, you'll not. Means we can stop these 2. This one we'll just put in here until this one is full. And if that is full the same way as these are full, with 200 or 120 even, we might want to limit that a small amount. But is there a good way to do that? I don't think so. So maybe we should just let them fill up. But that will be a ton of matter we have converted into this if we do that. But this is crafting speed 12. Well, it's just stone we are consuming at the moment, so might be fine. Let's try that. We can always add some more. We can also just try 1 row for now, just to see how fast it goes. How many will this request? I'll request 24. Let's just try this. We'll need a requester in as well. For what this one needs. So that goes now. And that puts matter into these ones. These will get the spent ones in just a sec. That works. I'll get the charge ones. And how much did you stack? 2. Okay, so that is quite a lot of how we're making at the moment. Oh, this needs something. That's why the ratio is off. Other ratios should be the same, 12, 12, 12. It means this one shouldn't go up any higher than it is at the moment. It should stay at 1.2. And it is. This is the perfect ratio. We are building a ton of charge antimatter. And that means we should try and make an antimatter reactor somewhere. Isn't that kind of what that is implying? I think that is exactly what it's implying. Up here we're probably just reducing them quite quickly as well. That is fine. Blinky blinky. Well, so where should we get this? Should we move it to an area next to us, a power supply over here? Kind of want that for now. So let's just mark you on the map for now for charge antimatter cells. Tell them fly across our base and hook into something else. Get some of this research as well. That is quick. Are all of these working now? Just listen to that sound. Look at that speed. Might want to get more than 11 delivered in at a time. It might just be enough. But that speed is quite good. Power-wise, it might be good. We're getting not a fusion reactor, antimatter reactor. So let's, don't want you. That is most certainly the case. want you, and I want to landfill in a small amount up here. So how many of these can fit in to one cell? And do they need... You can output 3 gigawatts per second. I'm guessing that's what the power output means. One of those cells have 200. So that means that it'll... No, 300. So that means it go for 100 seconds, for 1 minute and 40 seconds. One of these to run out. So does that mean we can just place it wherever we want and just have these going? Okay. Well, this is gonna be insane. If we do one of these in the corner, then we can do one. Is that gonna give us enough room for what needed in between? Fortunately not. Could do something like this then. We'll have in, we have the power. We'll just do 2 more down here. Also do it like that to have a bit of room in between. How many of these can we fit into this now? That is actually what I want to try out. How powerful can we make this cell? So, ooh, we can just barely not fit in that one. It's 2 spots too few. Well, we'll just do it with these two then, having one nicely down the middle. We do double. How can we do 4 this way? Oh yeah. Not 4 the other way. That's because we have a bit more room. Right now we'll go with this amount of antimatter cells. Otherwise, we need to just get you to hook up correctly. What if we just do that? Okay guys, let's try and turn this on and see what happens. How powerful will this be? Should we just request 1 at a time? Well, that will actually store 11 because of the way the robots move things. I just set it to 5 then. 1, oh, 1 should be fine. Let's see this in action. Whoa. Whoa. Look at that. That should increase our power quite significantly. And that is making a bit of noise. Now that I see this, I also remember we'll have to have a few active ones. Let's make a nice little weaving thing here. Let's do this for all of them. Wow, this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna be 8. That's gonna be 24 gigawatts of power we're outputting in this one cell when it's running at full speed. That means we took... Oh, is antimatter actually being prioritized over fusion? Oh, that turned off all fusion reactors. That's a bit sad. But we have it stored up. Pretty much for 300 gigajoule of power we need 1000 matter. So in terms of this one, that is only this times 200. With 2000 iron, we can get 300 gigajoules of power. That is quite impressive. That should mean we should probably start to go for this one soon, just so we can power it. But what does this one say? The intergalactic transceiver. This building can communicate between galaxies. Sending a message is the only way to get rescued from this galaxy. Intergalactic transceiver needs to be fully charged to be active. Okay, so we need to fully charge it. It has 30 terajoules of capacity, with a max input of 30 gigawatts per second. Full charged active and created a controlled singularity needs an enormous quantity of energy and don't lose control of the singularity. The charge process is interrupted, the accumulated energy will disperse fast. So what I understand from this is we should pretty much just get 20 of these up and running. So 4 of these cells should power for every need. Yeah, isn't that exactly what it means? So if we make 3 of these just up this way, wouldn't that be enough? Mark you with an antimatter reactor. That should give us enough power for the foreseeable future, and we'll just let it get constructed and work. We have a bit of water going this way. We can kind of remove that for now. Get a new setup. Because I want 3 antimatter reactors to go up this way. Concrete. We'll just fix it some easy way with barrel in. To output all the water we need. That way I don't need to worry about it in the future. Please unload the water barrel right there. So now we should have more than enough in storage. And let's landfill in this little area. Oh, landfill's right here. Thank you. It's a bit overkill. But that should give us 24 antimatter reactors we need. Actually a bit more than we need, but more power has never hurt anyone. So clear out the trees, please. Let's get our logistic network down. Here and there. And let's just make some more of these. That in time would get filled in. Okay, we just put down, what is that, 72 gigawatts of output power when all of this is running. I think that is a somewhat decent setup. Oh, wait, let's just do one thing. I want to change these to 10 instead. Because I want to have something buffered here for now so we don't accidentally run out of what we need. You are making quite a bit of noise, little setup. And 3. That is fine. 3 antimatter. 1 right there. So that is pretty much all of our power needs sorted. Let's just get antimatter reactors out of our inventory and get placed down over here. And those will slowly start to fire as we produce more and more things. This will soon output its first spent one. That's fine. We'll leave you. You can just produce. But I'm guessing that's going to tax some of the things we need to build it. That's pretty much the AI cores that is getting taxed a bit because we don't have that great of a setup at the moment. Oh, and did you just... Oh, you have the matter cubes. Might want to... because you can't keep up. So we should probably do a better setup in terms of this. This one is fine. That can produce enough. This one, less fine. But I don't really want to... Oh yeah, this is gonna get back as soon because we get a spent one back. So I think that'll be fine in the short run. That is fine. Let's get some more research going. just to get some of this out the way. Could get the railgun researched. Get the atomic bomb as well. Maybe just get this one done, to be honest, so it is done. Or when we want to do it. We'll just let the intergalactic transceiver research. And then that'll be something we'll look at in the future episodes. Might even be done this episode. Who knows? Depends if we run out of science. That is a real possibility. But the AI cores, I want to make a new setup for you. You are too slow and I need you for a few things. You need it for science as well, so and antimatter reactor takes 50 at a time. So how can we do a nice setup of this? Let's just set it up over here and then we can move it if we want to. Right here. So where do we have one that's set up for that one? Needs to be one that has fluid input as well. Pretty much one of these, but with fluids. Did we ever set anything up like that with fluid? Oh yeah, maybe this one. But no wait, that's with the old setup in terms of beacons. I want to use singularity beacons. I don't think we have anything set up yet. Oh well. Then we'll just have to do it ourselves. This one is the... Oh wait, that doesn't leave... Well, it leaves enough room for the fluid. That should be fine. How about you? You have the same setup as one of these, right? Yeah, the same blueprint size. And that has a bit of barrels, so... Why don't we just steal you? And remove... Let's move all of you for now. And pretty much everything over here. And that one. I think this will make a very nice AI or setup. At least it will be a lot better than what we have at the moment. Fluid here. Oh, I forgot some of the pipes. Silly me. And go. So you'll need 2 items in, plus that one. Luckily, that is fine. Nitric acid can just go from up here, and then we'll do completely normal setup, saying this one with 2 presses in. How fast do you need it? Your crafting speed 47. That's not overly fast compared to some of the other ones. So we should be able to make that quite easily. Let's just do it with these 2. Yeah, because it's a 16-second craft, so you go in, out. Do it to 1 stack in each of them. I think that is fine. Or 1 row. Yeah, let's just... Oh wait, they stack quite high, don't they? Let's see that because they're all being consumed. Let's set it to 1. No need to buffer too much. No need to do that at all. That means we'll do processing units right here. 200, that is fine. You'll have crystals over here. Get 100, that's also fine. Then we'll have the fluids. And we'll have to put it maybe right here. So that way we can do it this down along the line. You'll just come out up here. And connect up. Could do something like this to connect it up so we have undergrounds going this way instead. Maybe if I take this, we can make it somewhat modular. Let's take this one first. Oh, let's just get the nitric acid out first, because I want to see what it does. Nitric acid, that goes in. That makes AI cores at an alarming rate. But that's fine. That means we can take you, stamp you down right here, here, and there. Then do the same over. Pretty much take... Let's do this instead. We'll take this part and remove you. Doesn't that make you tileable? Oh, I love when things are tileable. That is my most favorite thing in the entire world. So let's see this in action. Let's see how many AI cores we can produce if this can output the nitric acid fast enough. Oh, yeah, we are very much building up a surplus already. That is fine. That should be all the AI cores in the world. God, I'm loving it. I'm loving these setups, to be honest. They look so good. And base is just chucking along. Means I can remove the old AI one. There. And you can go away, giving us a new spot or something else. That means AI cores are going to be sorted for the foreseeable future. So one of the last things I want to fix in this episode is actually the cores. And circuitry is starting to lag. So you are reducing quite quickly. Only crafting speed 42, but we might just have to put a few of these down to increase it, or make an even better setup. That could also be fun. Oh yeah, we need to upgrade these, don't we? We are getting enough in, so that shouldn't be the problem, but I'm not quite happy with that. And we do just this small amount here. Just add them in over here to get the rest out. It actually runs at a somewhat decent speed. Don't know why you're here. Or you. That is just a waste of things. We didn't get removed. So that's just more things that we need to get it to work. How's the power looking? We're at 34 gigawatts of maximum power. Means more have been built up here. That is slowly chucking along. Not minding anything of the rest. But can we make a better crystal one? Because we need two fluids in plus one at this size. That is too big. Is it this one? Yeah, we have it right here. We could do this one as a setup for our crystals. Because we can still have the double here. Don't we have a... Oh wait, we have a double input, don't we, somewhere? This is a double one. We can probably take this one. Hey guys, let's try this. I think this is going to be good. Always remember to recycle your things. It will save you a lot of hassle in the future. I think that should start to be one of my main things I say. You can go away. The rest up here. We'll just leave all the pipes, to be honest. I think that is the only thing we'll use. Where are you at? One right down there. Let's try this one. And let's see, can we fit it in over here? Let's move it down a bit. I'm still hoping that we'll have our trains running at some point. That is the bare minimum this can have. anti-chemical plant. Have to be turned this way, I think, and you'll go to that one, crystal. We have enough room to have things going in. So what if we just have one in, one out, of course, productivity. So one in, one out. Let's just use these. Like that, limit it to, I don't want to keep limiting to a stack. I think we'll just do this to buffer it a bit. And that means these up here will be 2 in. Barrel in, you'll fit right here and right there. There are 2 different things we need to make this one run. Please request that. Gravity speed 51. You'll be sulfur out. Oh, this one is just off by 1. That's sad. Means we'll have to change this a small amount. Luckily, we can easily fix that. And pretty much all of this output here is wasted as well. Let's clean this one up. Should just remove all of the pipes, but oh, not you. But I kind of wanted the annoying thing to get kept. So it's just this one we're moving. So then we can do right here. Like that. You'll get, what is it, nitric acid? It is. Nitric acid out. Let's upgrade you as well as always. And let's just try and get it in to see how it works with just these 2 for now. Because we should have more than enough resources. I should activate this one in just a sec. Making crystals at a decent rate. That should mean that if we take this one, pretty much just this part, and say I want you to get removed, can't I just place you down a few times? Wait, I placed the last one wrong. What? Oh, it's because you're different. I want you to be the same. Wow, I should I seriously need to clean this up, guys. Look at this mess. I can never find anything I need here. There we go. That should be those. That means we can take new blueprints. Right here. Remove these 2. And actually just stamp you over here. There. Then we'll take these 2 and move you somewhere where you fit in. Did I misplace something again with this one? Why didn't I just click somewhere? Didn't you? Oh. Oh, that is in a different spot. That work? Or I have to get it down 1 more maybe. It touches right there. That doesn't hit those down there. How can all of that reach when this one can't? Let's just check this. We'll just get this one down now. It has to be here. You can go away, you can go away. Then where can we actually fit in our little substation? Can't go down far enough, but it should be fine here anyway. We need productivity. Can we just take this part out? We actually just do this. Make sure it's correct, because that is the wrong part. Please take this and stamp you down here and there. There we are. That should... Always something, isn't there? That should be better. Oh! 1 million units of matter. Perfect. Of course, the next thing that's gonna run out is our crushing. But that one we have at a somewhat decent speed. We might just want to increase that a bit as well. Getting one setup with the singularity things. Because right now these are running as fast as they can. Except the throughput. I'm still quite surprised that our base is handling it as well as this. That our trains have actually supplied us with everything we need for a long time. That makes me very happy. And it's just working. There's no problems with the DSM. It just chucks along, getting everything we need made. So I think this is a somewhat decent place to start. Our reactors are going. We are building up a nice storage. This one is not building anything because we are missing these. And they are luckily getting, hopefully outputted over here. Look at that nice glow. Oh well, yeah, that'll be something we'll check in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you'll leave a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, please remember to hit that subscribe button. And join me in the next episode where we get even closer to getting our distress signal sent out into space. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.